What is good, YouTube? This is Andy from kaizentcg. Paldea Evolved is going out of print in a month, so let's break it down. So this set is arguably one of the better main line sets, just probably right behind Destined Rivals, in terms of just depth in set, chase card, and just overall as a set. And let's take a look at it. So we have a Paldea Evolved booster box cases. Man, it was like 1300, so like 220 a box early March. It was cheap. It was like in end of 24. I remember these boxes still selling for, I think cases were like 900, 800, 900 a case. And then even spring of last year, it was still affordable, and then boom, rocketed up 2x. 2600 a case. Look at the sales volume. 20 cases sold of the summer of 25 last year, so 6 months ago. And then it's just been steady, hasn't been really going up or down. Last sale 2800. Actually, yeah, so 2800 was March 4th there for a case. Probably could find this on eBay and auctions and stuff, that you could maybe snipe it for a good price. But yeah, that comes out to be, you know, I don't know the math, but like over 450 a box. So case, there is a case premium for this set. And a little history about the set. Like when SV02 came out, it was not popular at all, because SV1 came out right after Crown Zenith. A lot of people hated on it. They're bashing on the set. They're saying it was weak, the print quality wasn't that good, and people were just super bearish on it. And you know, rightly so, in the sense that you come from Astral Radiance, not bad set, Silver Tempest, Lost Origins, Brilliant Stars, Crown Zenith. So those 4 sets at the back half of Sword and Shield was very strong. You got the Lugia V, you got the Charizard V, you got the Giratina V, you got all the cards from Crown Zenith. Crown Zenith was like amazing, right? And then you go into SV1, negative sentiment, and then you go into SV2. People are like, what is this, right? This was the beginning. This came out after the video game, so Pokemon was behind. When they came out with the Scarlet Violet video game for the Switch, they were still in the Sword and Shield block, because I remember there was still like Crown Zenith and Brilliant, I believe, getting released, and the game came out ahead of time. I think this time around with Wind and Waves, they'll come out with Gen 10 sets, maybe 1 or 2 sets, and then the game will come out, so it'll come together, just like they did with Pokemon Legends ZA, where they had the Mega set come out and then the game come out, and then it's like the hype all builds together, where it's like the card game was still in Sword and Shield, then you came out with Scarlet Violet, and then by the time it came out, a lot of people played it. It still sold tens of millions of copies, but I think the Pokemon, this set had the legendary Pokemons Chi-Yu, Ting-Lu, and Chin-Pao, one of my favorites. It didn't really take off, and then the starters were okay. Quaxley, Fuecoco, and Sprigatini or whatever. Yeah, like those ones, they're okay. I played the game. It was cool. I used the cat was my Pokemon of choice. Very strong Leaf Dark type. But anyways, yeah, so let's look at the seal product here. So if you buy the boxes loose, it's more there's no case premium on it. So 400 here. This is 36 pack sealed, no wrapper outside for 400. Never mind. So 425s, 450 to 425. This box has been steady climbing. It's already done a 2x in a year. Peaked at 475, kind of took a dip down to 350. That was the time to grab it at 350, I think. And then now it's at like 4. Compared to Destin, obviously Destin was a better pickup when this was in the 4s and Destin was in the 3s, but now that Destin's in the 6s, I think Paldea is not a bad play, just because 2 factors. Destin's ran up a lot, and then the other factor is that it's still going to be in print. We know that they have the facility running, and who knows if they're gonna do a booster box reprint. And even if they do, I'm sure it's not gonna crash the prices. It might take like a 20% dip, maybe 10%, and then people are gonna pile in. Like myself, I didn't have a big position in Destin. I would love to get more, but you just never know. Where this set, it's gonna be out of print. It's a strong set. Tons of IRs. The SIRs I feel might be undervalued a little bit, but the IRs are carrying this set. And yeah, the booster boxes are just gonna, it's sitting around the 4s there, 425 sale. And then if you look at the history of the booster boxes, look at this. Came out the game 23 September 23, $90, guys. $90. And I'll give where credit's due. Nostalgianomics was the guy that was on the hill saying, hey, and him and Rudy was SVO2, like, it's not that bad a set, guys. And the negative sentiment of the set was crazy because you had to be around that time. I remember during that time, yeah, people weren't happy with SVO2. I always thought the Magikarp was cool, but like, yeah, even for me, I didn't grab a large position in it at all. And that was the bear market. It felt like during that time, there was no rush. You can go to the store. There was like 6 sets there that you can choose from. And there was, it's like, why would I grab Paldea when I can grab Silver, Lost Origins, Brilliant Stars, Crown Zenith, Evolving Skies, Chilling Reign, like the list goes on, Fusion Strike. They're all affordable and they're a lot more popular than this set, right? So, but it was a screaming play. Like at 90 is a no-brainer, just because it's like, what's your downside, right? Like, I think that's the thing about investing, and I've been thinking about that a lot. It's like, hey, what, like, obviously look at what the downside is, but like, okay, it's 100. What's the potential downside? It's like $50, $60. Like, booster boxes don't go down that low, right? But what's the upside, right? And I've been looking at that with some slabs and stuff like that, like especially high performing ones like the Marios and stuff like that, where it's like, I grossly undervalued the upside of the Mario. Now it's like 35-40k. I had a set and I sold it early, and you know, you live and you learn, right? So definitely a learning lesson there for me. But like, yeah, if you look at this set, right, and for 6 months there you had time to buy it at $100, what was your downside? The downside was just like opportunity cost in other sets. But in hindsight, when you look at these things, it's like, yeah, $94. And then it only took what? It took about 2 years, and it doubled, right? At the end of 24, going into the bull run, it doubled. So it went up to 200, and it was chilling at 200 for a bit. Ripped up to 350, 300, 350, 400. So from January till September, if you bought, even if you bought in late January, people that took action, right? In January, you bought for 200, you doubled by September, and then it's just been chilling at the 400 range. The 425, it seems like the price that's going for. And it's selling. It's a good set. Investability wise, like as a mainline set, it's not bad. I mean, because if you're looking at Destin is definitely more chase cards, but Paldea Evolve has more depth, I think, more variety of cards that people like as well. And I sell all of these cards at the show. People love it, English and Japanese. There's a lot of good cards, and I'll break down the cards afterwards. But yeah, for the sealed, yeah, for collecting wise, yeah, I don't think it's gonna get any cheaper than this price. It's pretty stable now. It's at this flat point where it's just like capitulating, just stabilizing, and then as it goes out of print, I think we're gonna start seeing this guy move. Yeah, it has the good fundamentals as a strong set, and overall it's gonna do well long term, in my opinion, for the SV era, because it's one of the better sets. And then yeah, so yeah, you look at the cards here, so many good cards, right? You got the Magikarp carrying. The reason why this card, well, 1, Shinji Honda, 2, very hard to grade, 3, very hard to pull because there's a lot of IRs in the set. Raichu, Cute, Tyranitar, Mousehold. super fan favorite. You wouldn't think so. Like, it's cute and everything, but at the shows, the girls, they love this card, man. They buy it all the time. Iona was the chase card when it first came out, not anymore. It's a cool card. Trainers in the West just don't do as well. And then Fuecoco's been on the rise. Like, I guess out of the 3 starters, people like Fuecoco. The Chi-Yu's been making a run. The Chi-Yu used to be like a $20 card. It was cheap. Tinkaton, people really like this card as well. Very good Pokemon in the video game to use. And then you got the Sprigatito, and then the Meryl, Skeledirge. This one is related to art. I just found that out recently. I was like, oh, that makes sense. So this one might have some potential here. It's related to some modern or some art, and then they did like a homage to it. And then you got Komiya's Baxcalibur. Then you got the Masquerada Chin Pound. I love this art. It hasn't done anything. I feel like this card is so undervalued, but the SIRs, they're just not as loved in this set compared to the IRs. And then you got Heracross, Iskew, Sudowoodo, and even the cheaper ones still affordable, right? Like, you got Quaxley. Someone asked me at the show the other day for Wu Chen. And yeah, so there's a lot of IRs in this set. And break down, let's go into the ETB. So the ETBs, you got the regular ETB, and then you got the Pokemon Center ETB. Pokemon Center ETB now, it has a good promo, guys. It's the Pikachu with the 3 starters. The Japanese version, they gave it to you for free if you ordered Japanese Scarlet Violet video game for the Switch. And in English, the PCETB, not many people ripped it. It wasn't very popular. The box is nice, like the color, like the color scheme of it. Collectability wise, it's definitely collectible. And the promo in a 10, not as easy to grade, and not as it's pretty rare as well. So not much sales volume with this box. You know, it's around 270, 300. It stayed strong out the gate in March there, and then shot up to 600, fell down to like 500 now, and it's selling around the 500s. So it's still not the all-time highs, but it's pretty steady at 500. Not much sales though, like 4 sales a week. Liquidity for this isn't like people aren't really spending 500 on this. Like, it's not really investable. I think it's more of like a niche collector's item, in my opinion. So it's not going to be very liquid, but having it, and in the future, you know, you never know, right? And I think it'll just go up over time as it goes out of print. It does represent the 3 starters, Quaxley, no, the 3 starters, and you know, I think over time people may like it more, and this thing can move. You just never know in the future. So this is the PC ETB, and then the regular ETBs. The regular ETBs are it was like $70 for the longest. Then by summer it went up to 100, doubled up to 150 by that peak September, October, November time, and then it pulled back, and then now it's sitting in the 140 to 150 again. So it's almost back to its all-time high. I wouldn't really invest in it, but collecting wise, it's a nice box if you want to collect it for your and because the PC is really high. Having some of these is not bad for 150. It's good. That comes with a good promo at least as well. And then if you look at the history here, yeah, look at that, $70-$80 for the Pokemon Center, and ran up, and then yeah, 500. It's pretty just steady there. There are sales, like sales every other day. So it's just more of a collector item. I don't know, as an investment piece, I probably wouldn't buy this at this point. Around that like 250 to 300 mark, because I do have some of these that I ordered from Pokemon Center. Because what I did was I just ordered a few from Pokemon Center every set, because I thought the promo was good. And yeah, it's kind of chill in here. I don't think it'll rise that high, but it is a collectible piece in my opinion. And yeah, and then the regular ETBs, man, you could have got the ETBs for $30, guys. It's crazy. $30, and now it's at in the 130. So you could it could have 4x your money basically. This was the play, hey, from September 23 to July. So you had like 6 months just to accumulate this for 30 to $35. You probably sell it off when it hits 100 anyways, gain that 3x. But like if you held till now, you're up 4x on it. Like I don't think it's gonna go crazy. But yeah, even if you got in 25 for $60, already 2x from that. So I think this will just be slow and steady over time, which is, you know, nothing wrong with that. There's just other things to invest in, but to have in your collection is not bad. If you want to diversify into this ETB, I think other things will outperform it, but you just never know, right? Okay, so let's go into the cards. So the most iconic card of the set is the Magikarp, and if you guys are new or you guys are not aware, there is a Gyarados right here. I show this every time I have one for sale at the shows, and I tell people, hey, do you guys notice the Gyarados? They're like, no, I've never seen that. And I always show them, and they're like, wow. So, you know, the artist Shinji Kanda, he has a very cult following, tons of great arts, the Giratina, the Seismic Toad, the Roy Moon. Like his art style is very popular. And this Magikarp, amazing artwork. Now you can get the cheaper one in Japan. It's still relatively affordable compared to the English. Now the English, you're looking at, their mint is around 300, so 250 dropped down to 200, shot up to like 400, and came back down. It's around the 300 mark. So it hasn't come back to its all-time high. It's 300. The issue with this card is because Paldea Evolve is such a terrible print quality that a lot of them just come out with whitening, corner issues, off center, it's print lines. Like there's a lot of issues with it. That's why the PSA 10s go for a lot, because it's very hard to grade. And yeah, for the raw price, it's pretty stable there at 300. If you want it for your collection, I think you can grab it anytime. I don't think this is going to just like spike the raw wise, because it is an IR at the end of the day, so there is a lot out there. But it's not easy to pull either, and as the set just becomes so much more expensive, not as many people are going to rip this product. And then if you look at the history, I remember when this came out, it was so cheap. $50. Yeah, I remember in the groups, Facebook groups, seeing it for $50, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, I'll wait, because it was IR, right? I was like, I just assumed, because SVO2, it was kind of new in the Scarlet Violet, well, it is new in the Scarlet Violet era, and I just thought, okay, SIRs, which are the bigger chase, it's harder to chase and it'll be more valuable, so IRs are kind of like more common. But then I didn't understand that this set has a lot of IRs. So say a booster box, you get 3 IRs on average. It was very hard to pull it, so it was very hard to get a specific IR. That's the detail that I missed, and it was like $50 for the longest. And then once people started realizing that, and then people started grading and realizing, oh, it's a lot harder to, like, a lot of these, when you pull them out, they're all messed up, so it was harder to grade. You started seeing this moon up. So yeah, even if you got it March, so you had 6 months there from the summer of 23 going into March, like 9 months. Yeah, $60. Then it shot up to 150 by the summer, and then it's just a steady growth, and it's been hovering around that 200 to 250 range for the longest here. Very hard to find these near mint gradable, man. Very hard to grade too. But if you do find the wild, definitely send it in. It commands a huge multiple, because it says right here 2400. Let's take a look at the 10 prices. The 10, yeah, even out the gate it was 300. So you buy for 60, you grade it, it was like a 3x multiple, and then 300, 600, the 12, 2k by summer of 25, and it pulled back, so it went up to 24 during the peak of 25, went back down to 18, and then now it's back up to the peak. There's sales for 29.65 all-time high sale here on eBay just recently, and 27, like, yeah, we're booming, guys. 3k card basically. And we'll take a look at the pop report real quick. Yes, look at that. 3,000. It's like 4,000, under 4,000 pop of PSA 4 of 22,000. Very low gem rate. Under 20%. Very hard to grade, guys. And yeah, that's the reason why, like, so the raw, if you're getting it for say 250, even 300, it's a 10x multiple. If you're able to find a raw to grade, it's worth it. And a lot of people are cracking nines to do it, and I think this card is very unique. And in the long run, the pop report isn't gonna grow exponentially, and a lot of people are gonna take gambles and crack nines and send it in, and the pop report, the gem rate will continue to go down. It's a very low gem rate, and that's what's gonna carry this set and also carry this card, which makes it cool. Magikarp's a fan favorite, has a cult following. Okay, the next card I'll look at is the Raichu. Very cute art, people love it. Look at that exponential rise, man. $50. It's always been pretty decently like high price, sitting in the 40s to 50s for a long time. It dipped back to the 50s. It's like, yeah, it's always been like about a $50 card, and now it's back, it's up 50%. So for 80, 85, 75. So this card's making moves, guys. But I think Paldea is starting to run a little bit here, because you got the Magikarp going for 4K. I think people are starting to notice here that it's going out of print, and these cards are starting to run. Starting to make its next leg up. You got someone bought near mint for 100, but let's just say average is like 80, 85. So yep, it's making its all-time high. You had time to grab this at 50 for a long time, and let's look at the data here. $20 card, $20 card all day, every day. And all these have Japanese alternatives for a lot cheaper, guys. It's like 10 to 20 bucks. So if you just really care about the art, just get the Japanese one. It's more affordable. But if you want to make some plays, this card is also extremely hard to grade. So there's that too. This just overall, this set is very hard to grade. And yeah, so the raw is up $80. So it's from 20, pretty much like tripled, quadrupled actually. If you got a 20 within 2 years, 4 extra money. Stock market can't beat that, right? Traditional investing can't beat that. Obviously it's more risky, but hey man, that's why we're in Pokemon. We love this stuff. Let's take a look at the PSA 10. The PSA 10 was like 200 for the longest, went up to 400 during the peak. It was like at 5. It hasn't reached that yet. I think the 10 might be a play, guys. Yeah, like 400 last sale, 394, 365. I think people haven't caught on to this yet, but I think this might be a play for flipping to make a margin on it, because if you get it for like 350, if it hits an all-time high, it's like 550, make $100, 150 bucks out of it. Very low gem rate. Let's see if it's up to, yeah, so look, 1,500 tens out of like almost 8,000. So extremely hard to grade, guys. So that might be a play there. If you get the raw copy, what is it, 80 bucks, grade it. It's still a 3-4x multiple, but very hard to grade. So you're not usually you won't find this like mint enough to grade, but you never know. Take a look at the binders, take a look at people's booth when you go vending shows, and you never know, you make a play on that. Let's take a look at the Tyranitar. Not much sales volume, eh? On TCG Player. That's interesting. Let's take a look here. Yeah, this card's 22 bucks. 16 bucks at the lowest. Beginning of last year, we doubled to 40, and it's been climbing ever since, and it's sitting at, there's a sale for 58, 49. It's like a $50, $60 card, depending on condition. 50, 60, PSA 10. See, here's the play though. You buy for 50, 60, and the 10s are going for, there's a sale for 625, 580, 590. They say 600 bucks. See, that's a play right there, guys. Tyranitar, if you're able to find a mint copy for like 60 bucks, grade it, you're in it for like 100 bucks, 6x your money, 5 to 6x if you get into 10. And I don't think these are gonna crash anytime soon. They're pretty stable, especially with it going out of print and everything. I think it'll, if anything, it might increase slowly, but yeah, 600 on that, and probably low pop as well, in my opinion. Yeah, well, not low pop, but like, yeah, for modern, there's only 1600, or let's say, I don't know how accurate this is, but let's just say under 2000 pop, and it's like a less than 20% gem rate. So yeah, this card is a play if you can find it mint. And then you got the Mousehold, the lovely Mousehold. This card was on an exponential rise, like a $30 card, ripped all the way up to 65, came back down to like 50, and now it's starting to make its move up. $50, 60, between 50 and 60 bucks near mint, 65. Cute card. People love Mousehold. The Chinese Mousehold, very popular, very expensive as well. But this card, I sell it every single show. Hard to find in English. I have a good amount in Japanese that I sell through, and people love this card, especially new people entering the hobby and girls that collect cute stuff. They love this Mousehold, the staple. Yeah, look at this $10 card. So you could have got this $10 for over a year and a half. $10 card, tripled by summer, and then 5x'd, and now it's, yeah. So if you got a $10, it 5x'd. That's a 5x return in 2 years. Awesome. So sometimes taking a look at what card is cute is not a bad idea too. It can gain a lot of popularity. Mousehold is one of those. And then we got this Meryl. I love this Meryl art, man. This is going to be a nice card with Wind and Waves coming out. This reminds me of like a Waves card, you know. Wind and Waves. Waves is going to be playing underwater and everything. There's a lot of, not a lot of sales volume on it. $30, drop down to 20. And it's sitting there at 25 in that middle range. Oh, no, there's sales for 33, 30, 30. So it's back to its all-time high, 30 bucks a pop here. And then if we look at the history, it was a $10 card, under $10, $8 card. And then this card rised early in 2025. It peaked at 37. So if you got it $8, you can, what, 5x your money? 5x. And then it kind of tapered back down to 24. The sales are 33, 33, 36. The 10 selling for 245. So yeah, if you get it for, you know, 30 bucks and then you grade it, you can still make a good, not bad. I mean, like a, what, say you're in it for grading fee, you can still make a 3 to 4x on this. Not bad. It's probably a really low pop rate too, just because Paldea is, yeah, 690. I bet this number's off, but like under 1,000 pop for modern, crazy. Maybe popularity for this one isn't as strong compared to other ones. Miss Magus, this one is, oh, this one's picking up huge sales volume recently. Look at this, 31 items sold. I think people realize that this card is a part inspired by like a famous art. So 16 bucks, 23, and now it's probably selling for 30s is my guess. Yeah, 25. Okay, 25 bucks, 30 bucks, 25 to 30 bucks, hitting its all-time high there. And this was a $6 card, so imagine you get it for $6. By 2025 it doubled, so you would have doubled, then tripled, and then right now it's 25. We have 5x your money in 2 years. PSA 10 selling for 225 recently. So yeah, like 25 bucks, you're in it for grading. You can 4 to 5 extra money on this card as well. Probably low pop, 100%. That's kind of the theme here. Yeah, 624, so under 1,000 pop. 30% gem rate or less out of 2,000. Yeah, not many people are grading it, but I think this card, guys, might have a chance because of the art. Like, I'm noticing with Pokemon recently, things that are inspired by famous art is getting a lot of love right now. So yeah, like the Van Gogh, obviously, you got the Kingdra with the Great Wave, you got the Palkia, you got the Munch. The Munch is getting like insane amount of hype right now. So this card might be a sleeper, you never know. If you guys find it out there in mint copy, send it into grading. Nice little 4 or 5x there. And then you got the Tinkatong. This card's getting a lot of sales on. Holy. So this card was down to 25. It's been stable, really. gonna be 2025, and now it's hitting its all-time high here at 35 bucks. I mean, a 10 in this was like super cheap. I remember selling for like $100, man. But it is a new gen. It is a Scarlet Violet Pokemon. The art is cool, the colors are nice. This Pokemon is very strong in the video game. I used it for a long time. Tinkatong was one of my main in the 6, and yeah, pretty cool art. I think in the 10 it sells for decent as well. Might be undervalued still, I don't know, but we will see. And then the last card I'll take a look at is, there's a lot of cards in Paldea Evolve, but I'll take a look at the Iono. This card out the gate was strong. Like, you see that, look at that, $70 out the gate, and it's just been down ever since. Trainers just don't do well in North America. There's an Eevee here, Pikachu's cool, but trainers just don't do well here compared to Japan. It's been $70 down to 50, and it's been hovering around that 50 range. There is sales volume at 50. I think it was a playable card as well, but Iono, I don't know, not the most popular of the trainers, so I don't know how this card's going to do long term. But yeah, this is a reverse, right? It's a downtrend. 127 all the way down to 50. So if you bought it around 100, it's 50% loss on this card. Hey, that might be an opportunity there, right? And the 10's probably taking a beating. Yeah, the 10 went from 600 all the way down. It's just been steady down into the 130s. Yeah, I wouldn't touch this card. So just to recap, Paldea Evolved, one of the better mainline sets, just behind Destined Rivals to me. A lot of good cards. The cards, I think that there's plays for the cards, the single cards, to, if you find mint, to grade. Obviously the Magikarp 10x, all the other ones are 4 to 5x. The SIRs might be undervalued, but the man has to be there to make it go up. And then I think that the IRs are going to do well long term. A lot of cute ones: Mousehold, Raichu, Meryl. Then you got the Tyranitar and a bunch of other ones as well, so a lot of plays there. And then for the sealed booster boxes, you can't go wrong, especially with Destin being over 600, 550, 600 now. This one's around, if you can get it for like 4, it's not bad. It's not bad value. The cases do have a sealed premium, so the loose box is the way to go if you just want a few of them. Obviously if you can afford a case, why not? But might be better places to put your money for mainline sets. But I don't know, Paldea, it's very stable, safe now. I think that it's going to be out of print. And then you got the PCETB, wouldn't invest in it. But if you're collecting, it's a nice box. The Pikachu in that set, don't sleep on that one. The Pikachu promo, especially the stamp one, is, I think that has a lot of growth opportunity. It's because it's low pop, not easy to grade, and not a lot of people are ripping a PCETB of Paldea Evolve. And then the regular ETBs, you know, you can get Ascendant Hero Prismatic, probably better growth long term, but it is a nice box to have for your collection. Drop in the comments below if you guys are collecting this set or investing in this set at all, or making any plays. I would love to hear it. And if you enjoyed this type of content, please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and you guys stay safe out there. Andy out. Peace.